It's all about business in Atlanta.
I hate it when I do all that work for somebody else's booty.
Exactly. All right. Welcome, Miss Kenya Moore, to the show.
Thank you for having me.
Yes, I'm glad you're here because we really want to clear a lot of things up. I've seen you on a lot of interviews, and I always have extra questions that I wish that they would ask. So let's try to do that now.
Okay.
In this clip here, you were talking about a workout video that you were working on with Phaedra and her husband Apollo.
Yes.
And there was some issues with the budget, how much it cost on the back end, yada yada yada. Have you cleared it all up? Do they now understand what you were trying to do? Or are you guys not working
Well,
together?
here's the thing. Phaedra's an entertainment attorney. She clearly understands. And when we first had our meeting, she said money is no object. So I presented her with the top of the line budget for a first-class production. But then it became a money issue. You don't want to pay me my fees up front. You don't want to pay me back in for distribution deal that's outside of production. That's that I secured for you. So it was just a bunch of, you know, malarkey.
Is everything cool now, or
Malarkey.
are you just...
Use that kind of language here on the Better Show.
I have some Irish blood. You know, I have to say that you have to keep watching the show because it just gets juicier and juicier. And the plot unfolds, and trust me, you don't want to miss what's coming up in the next couple of episodes.
Okay.
It is epic.
Can this show get any
This is a
juicier
good
than
sell
it is?
right there. That was
Not
a good
with me
sell
on
right
it,
there.
it can't.
Well, so answer me this. Speaking of that, I have a disconnect here because you seem so sweet. All morning, you know, she's been in the building. You've been the loveliest person in the world. There's been no drama, no fighting. You've been a total sweetheart. This is not what I see on this show. So what's the disconnect?
You know, the thing is, you can't know what ends up making the cut, right? You know what you film, but you don't know what ends up making the cut. And I'm a 3D person. In television, you're not watching 3D. And we're only halfway into the season, so it's a lot of things that you'll see that will change your initial, I think, perception of who I am on the show.
So is your feeling of it that, okay, here's the build up for Kenya, but they're gonna fix it?
The payoff is going to be...
They're going to see the real Kenya? Is that what
you have to hate me first to love me, I guess. I don't know if that's the plan. You know, it's a television show. We film 200 hours plus of footage. The cut is the cut.
Why did you decide to join the cast? Because I remember there was a lot of speculation as to whether or not you really were going to be on the show or not.
Well, you know, I wanted for my life to change in so many ways. I had just moved to Atlanta. I was working on a couple of things, and the show came up, and it presented so many opportunities, and I'm a smart girl. You can say a lot of things about me, but you can't say I'm stupid. And, you know, it's an opportunity for my business to grow, for my brand to grow. I do some work with the foundation that I have called the Kenya Moore Foundation. We award scholarships to young girls from my high school alma mater. It brings awareness to that. It's so much that I can do for in this particular platform. It would be crazy not to do it, actually.
You were the second African-American woman ever to be crowned Miss USA. We got to make sure you get it right. Make sure you get it right, because there's a big difference, Miss USA. So here's my issue. Kenya, I got to be real with you. I
only want you to be real.
Okay, because I saw you in the makeup room. We were talking. I told everybody, I said, she is so nice. And I'm reading these articles where people are talking about the negative stereotypes on reality TV, especially when it comes to black women. Now, I know you have no control over what is actually edited and what's shown, but with your background, you're a businesswoman, you know, the title, it just feels like, do you feel like they didn't portray you correctly or not portraying you correctly, or do you feel like you didn't give them enough positivity to show on the air? Because really what everybody is seeing right now and what they're talking about is that, you know, the drama is with you, and that's where the trouble is.
The show is about drama. You wouldn't be watching it if it didn't have drama. I think there's a lot of statements made in your one question/statement. But I think that, number one, I'm a real human being, and you have situations if a camera is watching you all day long that you're gonna get into it maybe with someone, your husband, your boyfriend, your children. Conflict exists in everyday life. So you can't watch a television show and expect there to be no conflict on a television show following people's lives.
Well, speaking
of
that's
what's real about
the conflict,
it.
though, what's going on with the whole Walter controversy? Because people are talking about it.
Walter's done and over.
You're not dating him anymore?
We have so long broken up. You know, the show was filmed many months ago. And that breakup happened. And, you know, sometimes people are not happy with...
Is it hard to watch now?
That was a real breakup of a real relationship.
Absolutely. It's hard to watch it. Absolutely. It was... Obviously, I look like a woman who's desperate to get married. I'm, you know, looking like I'm pushing someone, and that's not who I am. And but I have to say this: I have learned from my mistakes and listened to the warning signs. And you have to pay attention to someone's actions and not what they're saying.
So you're single. For the men out there, are you single?
Gentlemen.
Okay, single and ready to mingle.
And you can see more of her, and apparently we're going to like her even better as the season goes on.
I'm holding on. I want to love you, Kenya, on the show.
Housewives of Atlanta. It sounds kind of like this. Sunday nights on Bravo. Check it out.